Business Review study showed that a business group's collective IQ went up when there were women on the team. And yet, only 12 of the Fortune 500 companies are run by women. So what are the other 488 missing out on? Communication. Firms with more women on their boards have 42% higher sales returns, 66% higher return on invested capital, and 53% higher return on equity. Take Yahoo's new CEO, Marissa Mayer, who laid out a strategic outline for the declining company and watched the stock gain 5.7%, closing at $16.67, its highest level in over a year. These success rates are often linked to superior communication skills. Studies show while women speak fewer words in a day than men, they actually have a better command of the language for getting their point across. Initiative. In a study by Harvard Business Review, women in management were rated 11.58 percentile points above their male peers at taking initiative in the workplace. Indra Nooyi, CEO of PepsiCo, forged ahead with a plan to focus on more nutritious drinks despite criticism. It's a risk that could turn a $10 billion business into $30 billion in just 10 years. Emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman, author of The Brain and Emotional Intelligence, New Insights, states that truly effective leadership is distinguished by a high degree of emotional intelligence. And according to Goleman, women on average outdo men when it comes to sensing a person's feelings in the moment. Meg Whitman, former CEO of eBay and current CEO of HP, was featured in Psychology Today for leading with emotional intelligence. Under her 8-year reign, eBay was the fastest growing company in history. In her book, The Power of Many, she writes, "I believe that being willing and able to actively listen is a vital skill for any leader. Not only is listening the right thing to do, an antidote to arrogance, it also leads to all sorts of competitive advantages."
Hello, my name is Haley Schoonover, and I'm an international business student here at New Mexico State University, and I'm going to give you an informative speech today on women's success in the workplace. Did you know that 33% of senior management are women? 15.4% are CEOs, and 23.6% of boards are made up of women, and lastly, 4.8% of Fortune 500 companies have female CEOs. On this graph, you can see the makeup of labor force. Females began in 1978 at 35% and ended in 2012 at a little bit above 45%. Males, on the other hand, began at 65% and slowly began to come down to about 55%. On this graph, this is a representation of people who are 25 to 32 years old with a 4-year business degree. Women started out at a mere 12% and grew exponentially to 38%, and males began at 12% and ended up at 31%. I feel a need to inform you, my audience, that women that hold positions of power are rare, hence the need for my business tactics and result in success. Not only will I be laying out the contributing factors to lead to, but influence success of women in the workplace. I will be giving you the characteristics and qualities they look for. In the confidence code, when a woman walks into a room, they assume to be competent until proven otherwise. The percent I had previously mentioned before show the lack of diversity in the workplace, such as creativity through well thought out ideas, optimism, which is in turn fosters a positive work environment, and analytical management skills, making the ideal coworkers, bosses, etc. Persistence is key when staying on top of your clients and resulting in any success of your business. Caddy Kay once said, "Confidence ultimately is a characteristic that distinguishes those imagined than those who do." Persuasion is your best friend when it comes down to closing that final deal. Having consistency shows your commitment to your establishment due to your track record of success, sales, bids, and cash outs. With positivity and optimism, when both combined, lead to or contribute to your success. John Wiley said it best in the book Power of Persuasion. People who speak confidently, as we've seen, and perceived as much more credible. Setting a goal and having confidence is to pursue it with a meticulous and methodical business strategy. Having a strategy along with the goal will not only help you avoid wasting precious time, but assist in achieving ultimate success. In conclusion, women boost workplace diversity by bringing characteristics and qualities to the table that some co-workers lack. Not only that, but some women's persistence is what brings them to the top. I feel that any can-do attitude mixed with some hardy persistence, young women like myself can climb to the top of the ranks. Thank you. Is there any questions?